Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. As I was reviewing not Galileo, I'm spoiling the results already. If you guys are following me on X, you would have seen what I've already posted. You would have already been excited, okay? As I was exploring the results of the call for Chime, you'll end up seeing something that might catch your eye. SoFi Technologies is quoted in their call. What could it possibly be for? Let's talk about it. Okay, so let's read the quote together. Finally, as part of our termination agreement with our third-party processor, Galileo, we will incur a one-time expense of approximately $33 million excluded from adjusted EBITDA. We originally expected to recognize this expense in Q1 of 2026, but with our Chime core migration concluded ahead of schedule, we are now expecting to recognize this in Q4. That's this year, ladies and gentlemen. So essentially, if you were to read this, you'd say, okay, Chime's leaving. How exciting is that? We've already known that that's the case. We've already known that they've lost this customer. That's why accounts over time, over the last 3 quarters or so, has been going down, is because Chime was our largest customer and they ended up leaving. Okay. This is why SoFi for the tech platform is pivoting to more, hotels and airlines and stuff like this, because those companies are not going to compete for bank technology programs to help, save their costs. They're always going to be with Galileo. However, this is $33 million expected to be paid to SoFi in Q4 of 2025. Who knew this was coming? Anthony Noto ended up saying multiple times that he believes that the expansion for SoFi's technology platform revenue is going to happen in Q1 of 2026. He said there's roughly about 10 deals that are going to be signed on in Q1 of 2026. He also said that, revenue would end up seeing a big bump up. But maybe some of that revenue is also because of this termination agreement. Well, if he got it wrong and they've actually pulled this agreement forward from Q1 to Q4 of 2025, we could see a big step up. That is, as you can see in my tweet here, roughly representing 30% of SoFi's tech platform revenue, which is currently about, 110 million. So that's a 30% representation of their earnings. That's incredible, guys. So imagine next quarter, if we end up bringing in that 110 million plus 33, or let's say it even had slight growth, like 115 plus 33. Imagine tech platform revenue coming in nearly at 145, 150 million next quarter. No one is expecting that. Who is expecting that? Okay. That's absolutely incredible. Hey, Tanner, are you more bullish about SoFi or Hood after earnings? Clearly, I think Robinhood had the better earnings in terms of the sheer numbers. Which one is priced into the stock? I think Robinhood as well. I mean, Robinhood's roughly trading at about 3 times the valuation of SoFi, just from a multiples perspective. Their rule of 40 was essentially double what SoFi's is. So the numbers are clearly in favor of Hood, but which one is priced in? Okay. And that, I think you might be able to say that Hood, and the reason why the stock isn't just skyrocketing up is because we're already roughly around $140 to $150 per share. So, there's going to be some shakiness in terms of, hey, how much more can we expand this multiple? Where SoFi investors can look to Hood and say, oh, wow, we can actually take this multiple 3 times higher, because someone in our, space in our sector trades for much, much higher. Okay. Now, let's take a look at Chime's overall numbers, and then we're going to take a look at Robinhood's numbers. So Chime, I have a spreadsheet to show off these numbers. We'll take a look at some charts and everything. But before we do that, I also wanted to highlight the actual stock price, which is only up 2.2% after earnings. At one point, we were up to $20.50. We were up over 5%. But we have to remember, okay, that this stock was up 7.4% at the close. From open, we ended up going up 7+%, and then an additional 2% after earnings close. Okay. So it's a big, day overall. Big day. Now let's look at the actual numbers. Okay. Chime's growth still held up. 29% growth rates. Now, the growth quarter over quarter, the last 3 quarters has not been it. Okay, it's not been very explosive, but it is what we've seen a couple times before, like 2023. We've seen these stagnant periods, not a lot of growth. And then Q1, explosion. Q1 of 2025, big increase. Okay, those Q1 numbers are always very explosive. And, that's where they see a lot of that year over year growth changes. Then for gross profit, we ended up seeing them hold up a great 87% margin. Transaction profit margin ended up increasing to 69%. And I actually think this is going to continue to increase. They expect it as that Chime core migration continues to happen. Their brand new card, the, what is it called? The Chime Premium card that's going to actually give 1.5% cash back is starting to ramp up very quickly, just announced and available in September. So that's going to pick up a lot. Active members ended up seeing an increase of 400,000 active members quarter over quarter. So now we're at 9.1 million active customers, up 21%. So overall, by the way, adjusted EBITDA margin increased to 5.3%, the highest that the company has ever seen, $28.7 million. Average revenue stayed flat quarter over quarter. The amount earned, I don't know why it's on this font. Who changed it to this font? Anyway, the amount earned on the platform-related revenue really increased because people are wanting their money immediately and they're willing to pay for instant transfer out. That falls under this red category, so you're really going to see great growth on that side. Okay, there was an explosion in their operating expenses due to technology and development expenses. And so that's quite interesting. Now, let's see what else. Purchase volume was honestly pretty flat. I was not expecting it to not grow, but like I said, we have seen this previously where they've stayed flat for a few quarters and then exploded much higher, especially around Q1. We'll have to see. Like, honestly, from everything I got from Chime's numbers, that if you're interested in a company that's going to slowly get better over time, this will be that name. They will improve over time. Okay. But is it as good as SoFi or as good as Hood? And no, I would not place them in that category. By the way, customers making over $75,000 a year was their fastest growing segment, which doesn't sound too high, but for Chime, that is very high. And that was their fastest growing segment. I didn't read up on Remitly yet. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would put it as like a B. It was a B quarter. What I love is that, I think that the company's valuation is extremely underpriced. That still holds true today. Okay. They actually announced a share buyback plan. Remember, think about how crazy this is. Tanner loves diversification. I don't know if you love to make any money. I'm out here making money. But they ended up going public in Q1. Q2, they ended up showing off their numbers. Q3, they announced a share buyback plan. How crazy is that? They raised money and then they said, oh my gosh, you guys cut us in half. It's definitely worth more than that. We're going to buy back $200 million of our stock. Isn't that nuts? But did you even say thank you? No, I was flustered. I guess I got flustered. But my questions got stolen, and then I was going to back out of the call and not ask anything because honestly, my questions were answered. But then I was like, I can ask something tiny, like, where's staking revenue at? And they said about $1 billion of assets under custody are being staked right now. Cool. Tanner, can we discuss how Hood's call was supportive to the BM&R thesis? If you mean that, overall, Vlad Tenev and team are extremely supportive of Ethereum and tokenization in general, then yes. To BM&R exclusively, I don't know. But to the Hood thesis or to the Ethereum thesis, absolutely. Okay. SoFi is dead money for 2 months. Two months going forward from here? Like, are you just saying till next quarter you don't think that the stock is going to move? I think that you'll be proven wrong on that. I think if we could still end up seeing a rate cut, especially now because the rate cut is not being seen as highly of a chance of happening as before, meaning that 38.5% of total predictions are saying, hey, this is actually might not end up seeing a cut. Well, if it does, all of that money, all those institutions that are leaning towards it not having a cut are going to quickly change their tone to pick up the phone to call SoFi to buy more of their loans before those rates end up changing. I think fintech remains an unbelievable opportunity for me. I remain in the exact same similar positions that I have before. I know you guys make these comments about me day trading. I'm not day trading. I'm doing the exact same thing I've always done, which is buy great companies at cheap prices and hold them for the long term. I had swings on, Square and PayPal and all these other names whenever I thought that they were undervalued, and made money on both of them. So it's happened before. I think that I'm just doing a similar thing with Chime, where it's like, this is a good company. They are going to increase their margins. They have to. They're using their own technology. They're acquiring more users. We're seeing it from all over. I mean, they're great at marketing. And so how low can this, can that stock honestly trade under a 4 times price to sales ratio? I don't think that can hold out or hold up very long. How up am I on my Axon position? I think it's like 12%, something like that. Hood numbers are good, but why is the stock falling? It's an expensive name. So the numbers are incredible, but it doesn't need to move on earnings, for example. Same thing with SoFi. SoFi's numbers were the best we've ever seen in history. Stock didn't really move on earnings. Give it time, It's about buying companies and focusing on... I know people think I'm crazy whenever I say this. Focus on the fundamentals. The stock will sort itself out. In the short term, they can post great earnings and the stock can go the other direction. Maybe there was a large whale that needed money that day. It doesn't even have to correlate with the stock. Over the long term, stocks always correlate with their fundamentals. Always. 100% of time. 100% of the time. So, yeah. Hood is on sale. I mean, I think it's pretty clear it's one of the most expensive fintech names in the world. It could still be on sale. I'm not saying it's not, but this quarter, seeing 100% year-over-year growth, good luck seeing that again next quarter. So I'm going to continue to hold, But I'm also curious to see how Wall Street adjusts their expectations for Q4 2025 expectations. Thoughts on Duolingo falling 15%? I didn't get a good read on it. The one thing that I heard was their billings were way down. Let's actually go take a look at that, see if we can also spot that. Because I heard it was down, and that's why. It wasn't just about guidance, it was also about what we actually saw here. Let's see if we have these numbers. I'm actually not seeing that to be the case. Maybe it was lower than expectations, but honestly, we hit a new high for bookings. I just wonder if they were expecting to see a breakout here. I'm honestly not sure. I don't know. That doesn't look terrible, though. I'm not following Elf at all. Like, at all. I know that they make makeup. I couldn't tell you who the CEO is. I don't follow those names. Way harder year-over-year comps for Hood. Hood went from doing 600 million for each quarter of last year, essentially. And then in Q4, they did $1 billion, like a massive increase, quarter over quarter. So in order for them to hit another 100% year-over-year growth, they need to hit $2 billion in revenue next quarter. If we continue to see a bunch of October months, like if December re-ramps and they see, or November and December re-ramp into what October was, I mean, honestly, we could see it. But yeah. My opinion, Shift 4 looked strong. What do you mean looked strong? It's for tomorrow. But for Hood, it honestly all depends on like we don't have enough insight into Q4 just yet. It's not like SoFi, where every single $300 that SoFi puts into the business, they end up seeing out a customer that pays back over 13 months. Like, it's just so linear. You can expect them to just continue to ramp that over time. There's not many surprises. Hood, it's like, I mean, if the market gets killed, they'll get killed. Like, it's true. Can you look at ARM's numbers real quick? No. I don't have time for that. Hood's not going to go for a banking license. They're going to partner with other businesses. Who decides expectations? Yes. All of the Wall Street analysts put together are the ones that decide expected numbers. Okay. IBM announces big layoffs. Ooh. Okay, let's get back into Hood numbers and the presentation there. Really quick, but Chime's doing all right. If I were to pick a name that might do better, I think I would pick SoFi or even Hood. SoFi especially, just because they're in a very similar space. Chime, you got to worry about competition like Cash App and Nubank and all these extra entrants that might come into the market. SoFi, you really do not. Yeah. Did anyone ask Robinhood where is short selling? It was actually a question, but they said it's not available just yet to the public, but it will be out soon. They didn't really give a concrete answer on it. Tanner, are you going to buy AMD anytime soon? Not right now. But yeah. Oh my gosh. You said AMD and Dookie Pie is here. Welcome, Dookie. Good to see you. Congratulations on AMD, by the way. Hood can't afford SoFi? Come on. Come on. I mean, they absolutely can. But yeah. You keep in your Chime shares? I am. If it ends up running up to, 25, $28 or something like this in quick succession, I mean, I might dump. I'm not looking to hold that long term. But did I buy at 17 to sell at 20? I mean, no, that's not like, I think there's more in it than that. I think we're like undervalued. Can they do anything about the AWS outages? Not too much. They did talk about it just slightly, but not that there's any real changes coming. Yeah. Do you think SMCI is fundamentally strong? I don't look into them too much, but no, I mean, talk about a name that scares the crap out of me. That would be SMCI. Okay, let's get into Hood numbers. No more messing about. If you guys already saw this, that's fine. We still can go through, answer a little Q&A. So look at the changes quarter over quarter for SoFi. So this is the quarter. Q3 was the one that we're going off of. Last quarter revenue was, or last year's revenue was 637 million. We got 1.27 billion. Q4 was $1 billion quarter. That's huge. Okay. That's going to be very hard for Q4 as a comp. Dookie Pie with the 10 gifted subs. Dookie, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. And congratulations to the 10 people who have green names and can watch the after hours show. We'll have a lot to talk about in this next after hours show with Chime and Hood and all of these names. So that'll be fun. And we got Sodak Zach in the chat. Good to see you guys. Okay. Then for total revenue, transaction-based revenue, $730 million. Now take a look at this. They said in the call that 72 million, or out of this 72 million for other transaction-based revenue, that 20 million of that was event contracts. Then they also went on to say that $25 million has already been clocked in for October. For October. Dookie Pie with another 10 gifted. She's going crazy. Thank you, Dookie. Really do appreciate it. And congratulations to all those that just had their name turn green. 20 new members on the channel. That's insane. Okay. Let's try to stay focused here. Margin interest. Look at this change. Look at this freaking rate of change. 83 million to 153 million year over year. Okay. Securities lending. 19 million to 87 million year over year. 4 million to 17 million on credit cards year over year. Dookie Pie with another 10 gifted. Relax. Is my name green? Not yet, but it might be now. Jeez. Everyone's name in the chat should be green by now. Okay. Let's continue on. Where am I? Okay. The interest on investments, that's going to go down a little bit. Interest on cash. I mean, we've increased the amount of cash that we have. So it's actually still climbing. I guess those AMD calls really worked out for Dookie. Dookie, thank you. Oh my gosh. If you guys were wanting to become a member, now's your lucky day. Congratulations to Larry, Alex, Andre, Tim, Dan, Nine Rod, Jeff Dub, Carl, Jason Wang, ZW. Who else got one? I can't see them anymore. Dookie. Paul. Dookie gifted 5 or 50 memberships. Yeah, Dookie's just spamming now. Mods? Okay, congratulations to William AR. King Kong, a bunch of people. Okay, let's stay focused for the people who need to see these numbers. Cash sweep ended up increasing. If we end up going to the amount of expenses, Jonathan Price with the 5 gifted. Thank you. Guys, seriously, it's not needed at all. I do super appreciate all of the gifted subs. Thank you so much. But yeah. Doogie Pie is making her entrance. Very well known. We have not seen her in chat. Okay, you're joking. I swear I didn't even know you could donate that much. Okay, I actually think if you guys have not become a member, you have just received one. You have to also make sure that you have it enabled. That's 110 gifted subs in total. And Doogie Pie is 100 of those. He's gifting the entire chat. Johnny, it's not a he, it's a she. Get Doogie Pie's name right. Okay? Armand, also, here are some Canadian dollars. If Canadian comes to Canada, would you leave Wealthsimple? If Robinhood came in the way that they are doing it in the United States, I would. If they slow rolled it the way they slow rolled the UK's release, I would not switch. By the way, I just heard an update that Wealthsimple is now a $10 billion business. So boy, oh boy, in quick succession, they have taken the industry by storm. That's another 50 gifted. Dookie, I think you just doubled the amount of members on my channel. I think I had something like 150 members before this. For real. All of you guys just got to see the after hours thing. Somebody loves Tana. I know, right? She's literally making it rain. It's $5 per membership. Isn't that crazy? Dookie, you have people that want you to adopt them. Wifey material. Turn me into the Hulk. Dookie, thank you. Thanks again. Seriously. The generosity is, yeah. I don't know how you make all this money, but I do appreciate it. Where do I even go from here? Technology and development. Do we just go back to this or do we just change topics? Do I go to other news? Do you know that OpenAI is launching ChatGPT Go in Brazil and is going to partner with Nubank exclusively for specific benefits? So going to 125 plus million users in Brazil, ChatGPT. In the same breath, they also partnered with Amazon, Nubank did, to actually allow customers to pay on Amazon using NewPay, their payment provider. That is a pretty interesting partnership. Amazon and Nubank versus Mercado Libre and Mercado Pago, which is the fintech players of the stock Meli. Where do I even go from here? Dookie, what do you want me to talk about? How about that? Now Tanner has to make more membership content. No, I don't want to, I didn't want to paywall my content too much. But yeah. She is her. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on Oscar? No, I'm not a big healthcare guy. I don't follow the industry. Shift 4, by the way, is tomorrow morning. Here's the thing. I don't know if I am going to stream it. There are some pretty interesting names reporting tomorrow. So this is what makes me think I might stream it. Is we have Datadog tomorrow, Shift 4, Shark Ninja, Celsius, Oscar. Like, there are some interesting names that I would like to cover. But I don't know how many of you guys even care at all about Shift 4. That's my only problem. Bull is up. When did Webull report earnings? Was that today? They are up. Bull is up nearly 5%. Looks like they reported at a much later time, but also today. Yeah, it's just my mom. My mom's donating. No. Yeah, Jared Isaacman is or is still going to be the chairman at Shift 4, but he is going to NASA. Shift 4 it up. Dookie the infamous. Not infamous. Isn't infamous bad? Wouldn't it just be Dookie the famous? Shift 4 to 40. What are we even at right now? Let's bring up that stock price really quick for tomorrow's earnings. Shift 4 is going into earnings at $68.50. I mean, yeah, crazy. Dookie's the real Robinhood, yeah. Well, I don't know if she's taking from the rich. She just is the rich, and she's giving to the poor. Me. I grabbed BMNR right at the close. Gotta love it. If you ended up buying in overnights whenever we were covering the stock going down to like $6 or $38, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. 320,000 shares of Grab. I also have 120,000 shares in calls for Jan 15, 2025. Is that also for Grab? 200,000. Oh, okay. Sorry. 200,000 shares of Grab and an additional 120,000 shares. I mean, hey, it got a lot of analyst upgrades. Here, let's take a look at what happened from Grab after, because I heard that there was quite the analyst upgrades across the board. They got a $7.20 upgrade. Mizuho Securities ended up upgrading from $6 to $7. Benchmark ended up upgrading from $6 to $7. DBS ended up putting a $7.55 $7.55 price target. And Evercore ISI, Mark Mahaney, who is actually a very high-end or a very good analyst, put an $8 share price on grab. $8. Stock sits at $5.65 right now. A minus. I picked up 4,200 shares of Chime today after earnings or before earnings. Dukes equals mom. My mom's dead as you can be. So unless she just slipped away, went to another country, and is now donating to me, I don't think it's my mom. Dookie's the goat. Oh, seriously. Tanner, I'll be your mom. Thanks, Dookie. Appreciate it. Okay. Back to Hood, though, really quickly. Look at the freaking margins that they ended up putting up. If we end up going, actually, let's do it this way. If we go to Robinhood's latest earnings presentation, can I be your daddy? No, I've got a daddy. What, you? Why does this have to be live? I can't clip that out of existence? That's disgusting. I have a father. I call him sir. Okay? Yuck. Oh, God. However, back to earnings. Okay, we need to talk earnings here. Let's see. I want to see the rule of 40 really quick. It's not even going to let me search it, is it? Okay, here we go. Rule of 40 results. Take a look at this. 131%. I know, jokes aside, though, guys, honestly, if you're not looking in to... Okay, guys. Listen, this is real investing here, okay? This is a company that puts up a rule of 40. A rule of 40 means that a really, really strong technology company could put up above a 40 inclusive of two different metrics: total year-over-year revenue growth, and then depending, you can kind of change it around. Some people do different rule of 40s, free cash flow margin, adjusted EBITDA margin, stuff like this. So some do, contribution profit, these sort of things. Anyway, from an adjusted EBITDA, total net revenue, rule of 40, which is the most common, what you end up seeing is that you want to get above that 40% mark. The best companies in the world, I mean the best, Palantir, NVIDIA, can break above that 100% mark. And I mean, that's the best of the best. Robinhood over the last 4 quarters, and I did not think it was going to continuously get better, did 106%, 111%, 112%, 131%. Rule of 40. Dookie, thank you so much. Seriously, I don't know how many gifted subs this is. 20 more gifted is insane. Thank you. Paul with the 5 gifted. Thank you. Seriously, are you guys actually, did you guys talk and be like, no, let's make sure that everyone has a membership today? God, what is with this? Someone clip that in that exchange and send it to Amit. Why? Half of you guys have been saying, send this to Amit. Is that GoDaddy? GDDY? Why am I playing into this? Thank you for the donation. Investing in a few smiles is better than anything. Don't forget to step back and enjoy life. Nick Hobbies, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you becoming, sort of a loyal viewer of the channel. And I don't know, you probably popped in here just a few months ago, and I've been seeing your name a lot in chat, and just want to say thank you. And Dookie Pie, we don't see every day, but whenever she joins, she makes her presence known. Oh my gosh. That one was Paul. Paul also being extremely generous today. How do I accept a membership? It's something with, you got to check the button down below, the little cash button. I think whenever you press it, it says like, there's a button that says like allow memberships or something. I've seen some people have that button. Some people don't. I'm not sure. Tanner now has more members than SoFi. More than Chime, maybe not more than SoFi just yet. Okay. We're back to adding and increasing the cash pile for Hood. This is quite interesting as well. They went on a buying spree. And so now they're back to actually accumulating more corporate cash. And not only that, they ended up buying back stock, right? Sorry, what's Hood's margins again? Well, it depends on what you look at, but adjusted EBITDA margin of 56%. And look at that over time. 39%, 48%, 51, 53, 56. That's just for adjusted EBITDA. Okay. Absolutely insanity. Look at here. Oh, well, what is this actually? This is saying adjusted EBITDA margin was at 58%. How's that possible? Wouldn't that put this even higher? Okay, now I'm confused. Oh, is it trailing 12 months? Oh, okay, that might be what it is. If it's trailing 12 months. Yeah, defined on a year-over-year change in total revenue plus adjusted EBITDA margin in the given period. Well, I don't know then. Adjusted EBITDA margin is a non-GAAP financial metric. It doesn't say. Maybe it's the trailing 12 months. John, thank you so much. Curtis, Simon, Winterwolf Gaming, Poke Biz Niche, Johnny, all got memberships there. As well as Raj, George, Matt Flo, Teddy, Dom, bunch of other people. So the memberships, I don't think you choose to get them. I think it's like just given out randomly or something. I'm not actually sure how it works. I think it's just like they pick 5 people. Can I request? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay. Then let's see here. Stock-based compensation as a percentage of total revenue. See, here's the thing that Chime needs to do as well. They're a newly public company, but Robinhood used to be where Chime is, recently IPOing. And their stock-based compensation was so high. I mean, like 20 plus percentages. And then it started to fall. So you can actually see here, stock-based compensation as a percentage of revenue for Q3 of 2024 was 12%. Now it's 6%. And there was even a comment, I need to go back, but there was even a comment about a runoff of founder shares. So stock-based compensation was going to fall even further. Something about that for I think next quarter, stock-based compensation might end up seeing a little bit of a bump. Okay. No, guys, seriously, I appreciate the super chats and the memberships, but it is, perfectly fine. Thank you. We're all just here to learn and try to talk about some of the best companies in the entire world. Look at this, by the way. The number of different business segments that are doing more than $100 million in annualized revenue. In 2019, it was just options trading. Then equities trading eventually made it, margin interest, crypto trading. It's crazy that margin interest actually made it on there before crypto. Margin-based securities lending, cash sweep ended up becoming $100 million. Fully paid securities lending, gold memberships, instant withdrawals. That one came out of nowhere. Prediction markets, Bitstamp, those came out of nowhere. Do you guys see which ones are not on there yet? Credit cards. Kind sir, let's normalize SoFi at a $30 cost basis. You got it, Kevin. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I will buy SoFi here. How many $1 billion products do they have? A few for sure. So if we go here, options would be $1 billion. What is this? Crypto would be over $1 billion because you have to times it by 4. So they're on an annualized run rate of $1 billion. So they have at least 2 options in crypto. Let's see. Margin interest is going to get there pretty quick. I think that might be the only 3. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can spam the Nvidia emojis now. You can't go through earnings. Okay. For actual volume here, take a look at this. And what they didn't tell you, or what they didn't show us, is October numbers. But we did end up seeing, let's actually see, was there any mention of October in here? No. But there was of September. Or it's just not liking searching through this presentation. Yeah, this presentation is broken. Yeah, it's completely busted. What is this? Why do PDFs suck online? What is it about PDFs that just don't load? Okay. Either way, I was on the right page. So we didn't get to see October, but they made a lot of comments about where October actually is. Let's go to Fiscal AI really quick. And Paul with the 5 gifted. Brother, thank you so much. Thank you. It's very generous. Let's go here. Let's quickly search for October. Okay, we had a record equities and options trading volume in October is looking even better. For both equities and options in the month of October, we had new single-day all-time and new monthly records. Both of those businesses are just continuing to perform strongly. Prediction markets are really on fire. This month of October alone was up 2.5 billion contracts. Listen to this. Hold on. It's hard to believe that we launched this just about a year ago with presidential election markets. We had doubled volume every quarter since then to 2.3 billion contracts in Q3. Did you guys hear that? They got 2.3 billion contracts in Q3. Then the month of October alone, we did 2.5 billion contracts. October by itself was bigger than all of Q3 combined. I mean, now the people who didn't want that product, do you guys want it now? Sodak Zach. What doubles first, Hood, SoFi, Chime, or Tanner's Smile? Put this towards your guests in the community portfolio, Tanner. Zach, thank you so much. I see a double from here. Chime getting back to where they IPO'd. I don't think that's impossible. But I think that they could maybe double by Q1, but I honestly think SoFi is a more predictable company to get to that double. Hood getting to 280, that's going to be some time, especially not over the next year. I don't think. It's between Chime or SoFi. Randall Kingery. Did I say that right? Will Upstart go back up at least over $57 that I paid? Probably, just because lending is on fire. Do I know how high it'll be? I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan of Upstart, to be honest. I think that is Dookie not even a member? Dookie, come on. Dookie. Okay. All Eyes on Me. Tanner, what is that? This is a song? Well, I can't play music. I'll get a strike on my okay. All Eyes on Me by Tupac. Yeah. Honestly, to be I can't. We can't play music on YouTube because I have monetization enabled. So then they'll take me down for that. Everyone play it. I don't listen to enough Tupac. I'm a big Biggie fan for sure, but yeah. Okay. Let's see what else they said about October. Prediction markets reached that milestone in less than a year as our fastest in history. It's already tracking towards $300 million run rate based on October volumes. Yeah, but that can't happen forever. So essentially, they did just say that they're going to do $25 million in October. Times that by 12. You get there pretty quick. Tanner, I can make you so big on social media. We need to talk. I can edit your videos. I don't think I can afford your services. Yeah, and also I told you to email me a long time ago. I don't know what your email is, but yeah, I'd love to talk regardless. But yeah, okay. ETH is going sub 3,000 soon. Okay, whoa. Let's take a look at that. Oh, 3,400. I mean, yeah, let's relax. We're not crashing just yet. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand how the chat scoring thing works. That like Sodak Zach has second place, but Dookie Pie somehow does not have first place. Please do an interview with Dookie Pie. Yeah, I want to know how you make your money. My husband is out and I'm giving free money to my lover. Are you giving me your husband's money? Is this what do you mean he's out? Like he's out working? Or he's just like gone shopping or something? In my the way in my head that I have you is that you're the breadwinner for sure. I make my own money. Okay, that's what I thought. I was going to say. She's my work wife. I would like to be interviewed by Tanner. Investing for freedom. My understanding is you're actually a pretty decent investor. I mean, I like to talk with great investors. You got to be, well, I think you already are in the Discord, but Yeah, I'd love to hear some of your ideas in there as well. Okay. Sorry, I was covering the October trading volumes were up double to triple digits across equities, options, and crypto. Did they say anything else about October? We can't wait to share more next at our first ever AI event in December 16th. In Q3, we had record. Yeah, we saw all this. Let's go down to some of their later. Increased the diversity of contracts we offer tremendously in the past few weeks, launching entirely new categories. I mean, recently, lots of new entertainment and culture markets. You've seen us broaden out the technology market as well. We're now offering over 1,000 live event contracts for customers to trade. I didn't know it was that big. I had no idea. Wow. Okay. Shift 4, by the way, up 2% in the after hours right now on here, take a look here. Up 2% in the after hours, 68.50, and they're about to show off earnings tomorrow morning. Is Vlad here? I mean, he might be. From what I heard, he does pop in. Well, not from time to time, but he definitely has seen the streams. I think he is a big fan of Amit's. That makes it sound like Triple V is Vlad, and that's not true. I've met Triple V. They're not the same person. Maybe same net worth, but not the same person. But Dookie, do you edit videos? Is that like part of your work? Actually, email me an edited video though, like shorts or like long form videos. I need to get shorts going. It's not something that is, something that's very popular in finance content, but it's growing overall. Copy Tevis on TikTok? I wouldn't I don't know. Like, is the TikTok audience into finance content, or is it more like into crypto coins and stuff like that? Because my understanding is a lot of the information there is like stock picks and oh, this is what's going to work. And that's not what I focus on. I focus on the fundamentals of businesses and trying to see what works long term. It's only Skibbity Toilet. Okay. Isn't Skibbity Toilet already over? Isn't that already a finished? Everyone's moved on to 6-7. Okay. I have a daddy. That's your first short that'll draw people in. I think that'll push them away. Skip it did? you gotta look that up on your own, my friend. That's it's the height of brain rot that children are watching right now. Dinner, if you had to start a new position by the end of the year, which stock are you going with? I don't know. I've started positions in the last to build out fully. I mean, Axon honestly might be up there. I have been looking at it. I think this is going to be the company. Yeah. Honestly, it's Meta. I changed my answer. It's Meta. Meta's got to be the name. I'd love to have a decent position in Meta. I just think over the next few decades, it's going to do so well. Um, Short King Tanner. The disrespect. Paul with the 5 gifted. Have you guys not seen me like do some photos with you guys? I wouldn't say I'm usually the short guy in the photo. Okay. Like I think we do okay in the photos. Yeah, the amount of gifted is actually insane. Like, guys, honestly, I don't know what it was. If it was Robinhood, if it was Chime, if it's just my day. But thank you. Steve seems like a true short king. No, I don't even think he's that short. I think he's slightly shorter than me, but he's probably like 5'9". Amit's probably like 5'7", 5'8". My understanding is that Dookie is like tall, like 6'3" or something, or 6'7". I forget what it is, but like really, really tall. Female. I'm 6'6". Guys, come on now. Okay. How many days till Christmas, Ralphie? Let's chill. Amit's pick made me 10x. SoFi only 3x so far. What are you saying here? What are you saying? I only made you 3x on SoFi, and you bought late and you didn't buy whenever it was like. It's not my fault you got in at 10. You could have got in at 4. I was talking about it at 4 too. But no, his Hood's doing better than SoFi. I'm not even questioning that. With a name like Feynman, you should be buying Nvidia or something. Only 3x. Shame on you, Tanner. And also, it's more than a 3x. I got a lot of SoFi. I'm very happy. It didn't sound like it a second ago. I'd like a quick snapshot of your job market thesis for the next 2 years and implications. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. I question it all the time. Like, I think that newer jobs will be created around artificial intelligence, but I also think, like, in the meantime, we might have, a relearning period. But I don't think everyone is going to lose their job. I don't believe that. People thought this about the internet as well. If you go back to old videos, like in the 60s and everything, they're like, computers are going to replace all of jobs. And it didn't. It increased the amount of jobs. But then you have like Elon coming out and saying like, hey, there's never going to be a content creator around. And I'm like, really? Yeah. Where can I find those videos from the 1960s on YouTube? Well, They are there. Like, I'm not even kidding. It sounds crazy, but I could probably find them for you. I don't think they were uploaded originally to YouTube. That's not what I'm trying to suggest. But talking about computers taking jobs. Let's see how good search engines are. Was this it? Is this it? Oh, yeah, I think this is it. Here, take a look at this. Tell me how crazy this is.
I don't think there is going to be atomic warfare, but I think...
Did you guys not think that this was Piers Morgan, by the way? This is Piers Morgan.
He's going to be all this automation.
Anyway. He's grown up. But seriously, though, they think back in, the year 2000, everyone is just going, all work is going to be just done from computers. Now, if you were to record the way that people talk today, I honestly think people in the future are going to say very similar comments. Interview me about 2060. Yeah. Facts on the statistics comment. I don't even know if that's true. I find there's a lot of real human connection. I mean, statistics to some degree, some people are boiled down to their, stats online or something like this, but I don't know. I can't imagine I'm having a worse life than in the 1960s. I'm enjoying my hot showers and my good meals and the company that I spend with my girlfriend. And yes, sometimes I'm looking down at my phone. Sometimes it's not 100% boring just at a dinner table fighting. It's a little different, but I mean, I don't know. This is the only life I've lived. I think I would prefer it this way, though. And I might want to prefer it in the future. Like, who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying, we'll see. And privacy in the toilet. But honestly, though, my mother had 12 brothers and sisters. They grew up like farmers, and they had one bathroom. Yuck. Okay. I haven't shared a bathroom with someone my entire life. I won't do it into the future. As I have kids, I will buy a bigger house to make sure they all have their own bedroom and bathroom. With hot water. Dude, this is another thing. Everyone always talks about how life is getting so much worse. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get political or anything like this. Like, I end up having a shower or something. My girlfriend can walk by, turn on the sink, do whatever, flush the toilet, whatever. It doesn't change the temperature of the shower. And I'm like, why does no one talk about this? Like, what are all these little quality of life changes that no one ever talks about? I know that's tiny, but I always think about it. Every time the water runs while I'm having a shower, and I'm like, nothing changed. Temperature didn't move. I'm not scolding. All these little life changes, people constantly making improvements, and no one ever talks about it. Everyone just complains all the time. I've got two brothers, a family of 5, and yeah, it does for me. White male Canadian in Canada says life is not getting harder. No, I'm aware. I'm fully aware. But as time has gone on, what do you think it was better for other people? I'm aware I'm white male Canadian, whatever. But do you think it was easier back in the 1960s for people that weren't like me? I mean, come on now. What are we talking about? It might not be as great as it can be. It's definitely improved. I honestly think I'm just not too much of a skeptic. I think people try hard and want for good, and I don't know. Clearly, this is not my area of expertise, and I'm going to get buried by comments if I don't shut up. But I think the thing that's allowed me to be a good investor, at least through these years so far. Maybe this will turn around, but I've always been an extreme optimist in my life. Whenever I see these horrible reports coming out or things that are going to, make life harder, or there's bad things that are going to happen, I've invested in a prediction market saying that no, things are not going to get as bad as people seem. And that's worked out for me constantly. Now, for people who actually did go through, great financial crisis, Great Depression, like I haven't lived through that. So I'm sure I'm going to get burned. I'm sure my financial life, my physical life, I'll find new calluses and new scars. But so far, I have not, luckily, had to go through that. At least back then, the gap between salary and housing prices was reasonable. Everyone talks about that as if it was the only thing that like determined whether life was good or not, was whether or not you could, go buy a house and then run the farm and then have a ton of kids so then they can all run the farm. And they worked a lot harder than us. I wouldn't, even like YouTubers and stuff, everyone's like, oh, I bust my ass. It's like, all right, we sit in front of a computer and I talk to a camera. I mean, like I could not have imagined an easier life than the one I live. Sure, it gets hard from time to time. I never think about food. Or if I do, it's like, what order am I putting on an Uber Eats? Like, I mean, maybe it's just my life. Okay, I'm not saying that like people don't have it hard, but if we put in half the effort that the generation before us did, like we would be living fine. Speak for yourself, Tanner. I am speaking for myself. I just said this is my experience in life. I'm fully aware people have it harder than me. One generation removed from the I know, and I'm living great. And people around me tell me how hard their life is. Or I'm not saying you guys, but I mean like people that I know very, very personally that tell me that their life is hard. And I see them like playing video games and chilling and under a roof and eat hot food. And I'm like, all right, you're doing fine. You got a girlfriend, you got friends, you have air conditioning. Okay. My life is hard. You don't live in North America though, right? Or something like this? What country are you from, Dookie? I don't remember now. Is it not Swedish? What is it? I would like to think I have a lot of gratitude. I'm very lucky. I Norway. Okay, got you. Norway. Money means nothing when you have health problems. Oh, 100%. But I talk constantly about trying to take care of my health. And some people are just born in a certain. I'm not just talking about money situation. Like I'm not saying because I've made good investments and stuff like this that's why I'm happy. If everyone bought Nvidia, we'd all be happy. That's not even what I'm suggesting. Obviously, some health conditions people are born with, but that's why I try to eat healthy. I work out every day. Try to run when I can. Because at the end of it, I do honestly think health is, to some degree, even more important than the money. Okay. Tanner, you're lucky to have friends like us. I very much am. I very much am. You're too young to understand. When your parents age, your life will change. What does that mean? Like, I'm not 100% sure what that means, to be honest. Who said that comment? So I know to look for your next comment. Help me understand that. Their health. My mom is already dead. My mom died of cancer. I'm like, I'm not, I fully get the health question. But that's also why, I take that health thing very seriously. It's all good. It's been quite a long time now. She died when I was 19. But yeah, like I don't know. You that's why I do want to eat healthy and take care of myself. So then I think my mom was 53 at the time. That sucks, Mine passed when I was 9. Yeah, that's hard. That's freaking hard. My dad's still around. We live really close. I see him all the time. Okay. Yeah, no, that's hard too, but I still think that there's an important thing to mitigate the chances that you're what's that word? I forget whenever, you're born with it, it's hereditary. Is that the word? I feel like that's the wrong word for some reason. But if it is due to your causes in life from smoking or eating poor foods or something, you just need to reduce those chances. Same thing with like stock investing. It's just like you have to mitigate your risks. Predisposition, genetics. Yeah, sure. So I find that not every form of cancer is formed that way, and I'm no health expert at all, but I wouldn't increase your chances by making poor health decisions. That also doesn't mean that I don't always like I'm not a drinker, but it doesn't mean that I'm fully sober. It doesn't mean that I don't eat dessert, but I definitely do not eat dessert every single meal. So if I'm overweight in BMNR, what is that? Like pure Burger King diet? It might be. I'm a big sleep guy too. I'm a big sleep guy. Seriously. I don't know if there's been a day in a long time that I haven't gotten over a 90 sleep score. No one's perfect. No, I agree, but you can strive for better. Tanner, I just got dessert in New York City and it was free because of the new mayor. Oh, gosh. Tanner, I don't have kids and I'm going to will my money to you when you outlive me. Dude, don't do that. Thanks, brother. Strive for perfection in the hope of greatness. I like that a lot. Also, can I say this really quick? Listen to your body is terrible advice. I hate that saying. Your body always wants to be comfortable. Your body wants to stay in bed. Your body wants to eat the junk food. Your body wants to eat a cookie. Listen to your body is such BS. I hate that. Your brain actively tries to not go into adversity. You get a lot out of doing things that you don't want to do. Your body is dumb. I'm not saying push yourself to limits that, like, I don't know, don't sue me for jumping off a cliff because you didn't listen to your body or something. I don't know. But your body actively tries to make you comfortable and doesn't think about the long-term effects of staying in bed or something like this. But honestly, so to talk about this, like, you guys are all investors, like 500 plus, the thousands of you that are going to watch this after whatever, have all that same sort of mindset of delayed gratification. You could spend the money you have today and buy nice material things. But instead, you're saying, no, I'm going to put this away. I'm not going to touch this for years, decades, some of you, right? And I'm going to make it more so then I can take out a lot more later on. That same sort of mindset that allows you to do that with money is, that, in my opinion, goes very well with working out, with not making bad decisions, not being impulsive, like these sort of things. So that delayed gratification does very well with investments and health. I find that overlaps for me. Small incremental sacrifices every day. Yeah. No, exactly. Okay. With that, I appreciate you guys sticking around for letting me sort of talk on this. Thank you to the very, very, very generous Dookie Pie today for all the insane donations. Thanks to Tie-Dye Tyler, to Paul for the very, tons of generous donations. Jonathan, Kevin, Sodak Zach, Randall Kingery. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. Health is wealth. Praying for everyone tomorrow for shift 4. Yeah. Yep. And until next time, guys, bye for now.